What's up, ninjas? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you're already a subscriber. Had to get into character, threw the shades on. I'm filming in the new room, so I'm a little bit nervous. Today's video is about the 5 must-have firearms for any American. So Eisener's Tactical started this trend. He wanted a bunch of us to do our own 5 guns that you think every American should have. So I chose a couple guns. We obviously have options. This is not any particular gun. It's more of like a category or class of guns. So really you have 3 main categories of guns, and that is a pistol, a rifle, and a shotgun. So I started off with the pistols. I think a pistol is probably the most important. If you're a first-time gun buyer, I think a pistol should be your first purchase over a rifle. So a pistol is going to be super compact, easy to carry around if you live in a free state. I live in a constitutional carry state, so I don't really need to get a CCW or anything like that. I don't have to ask permission. So we have a few options here. Starting off, this is my everyday carry. This is a Sig P365XL. I have a red dot on here. I have a light. I have a little antimatter wing on here, and that's for keeping control. You can be very accurate with this thing. So that's why I have all the accessories, I guess. You don't really need to deck out a pistol, but this is something that I know I can be accurate with, and it's small and compact. YouTube, all these weapons are clear, by the way. Just they've already been safety checked. I'll go ahead and show clear for each one of them, though. So yeah, the P365XL is a good option for pretty much anybody, honestly. So it's small and compact, it's thin, and I'll go over it. This is a Glock 23. It's also the same size as a Glock 19, which is probably more popular. But I don't know how well you guys can see, but the Glock is a lot more chunky, whereas the Sig P365XL, the grip is fine for my hand. I have pretty big hands. And then you can also throw in a 17-round mag. So it's really the best of both worlds. It's a small, compact pistol, but you also get 17-round mag capacity. So that's really why I like the Sig. Plus, it's already optics cut. I can throw my red dot on there. Be super accurate with this thing. Moving on, a standard. This is honestly what I would recommend is just a Glock 19. Even though this is a Glock 23 and 40 caliber. So yeah, the Glock 19. It's compact. It is a little thick, though. Some people might not like the thickness of it. That's kind of why I like the Sig. But the Glock 19, overall, you can't go wrong with it. 15-round mag capacity. We are clear, too, by the way. Hopefully the lighting's good in here. So 15 rounds, it's compact. You honestly can't go wrong with the Glock. Moving on. This is actually what I used to carry before I got the Sig. This is a Glock 45, which is essentially a Glock 19 with a Glock 17, which is the full-size frame. So as you can see, the barrel and the slide is exactly the same length, but the grip is just a little longer. So that's really what I like. I have pretty big hands, so the full-size grip just fits my hand better. Also, we have a red dot. We have extended height sights. I really don't know if you guys are going to be able to see any of this. But hopefully it's fine. A red dot is just easier to aim with. You can be fine with iron sights. You just have to practice with them. Red dot, for me, it's just point and shoot. So I like a red dot on my pistol. I have a red dot on most of my pistols. Something to keep in mind if you guys are getting a pistol to carry around just to keep in your drawer, something like that. So find something that's comfortable for you. Find something that's going to be easy for you to shoot. Like for me, the full-size grip is more comfortable than the compact grip. But I mean, for others, it might be different. So just find something that's comfortable for you, something that you're comfortable shooting with. So that's kind of why I chose the Glock for the pistol category. We'll move on to the second most important option, I guess. I would say a shotgun is probably the second most important option. So we've covered the pistols. If you're walking around town, you have something you can carry with you, nice and concealed. So let's move on to the shotguns. All right, moving on to the next gun. You definitely want a shotgun. So a shotgun's gonna be very versatile with ammo. You can get birdshot, buckshot, slugs. You can hunt with it, stuff like that. So shotgun would be very good for home defense. This is a Remington 870 classic pump shotgun. We are clear, by the way. So just hearing that noise alone should be enough to ward off any intruders. Definitely a good option is a shotgun, just a classic pump action shotgun. Most of the time they're generally reliable no matter what the brand, so you can get them pretty cheap, honestly. Another option is a semi-auto. This is a tactical version. It's got an 18.5-inch barrel, nice and compact. We have ghost ring sights. We have a rail if you want to throw on a red dot or something like that. And this is semi-automatic. So this is a Beretta 1301. These are really high dollar. Probably wouldn't recommend this unless you got the money for it, obviously, but it's a really good shotgun, super reliable, semi-automatic. You can get pretty fast shots off with it. So just a couple options for shotguns. I would recommend a basic pump for home defense. And then if you're balling, maybe check out a semi-automatic one. So, and then like I said, you can use these for home defense or hunting. So a good pump shotgun would be good for hunting squirrels or birds or anything like that. You can even throw a slug and hunt deer. And with all these guns, you definitely want to keep up to date with your local laws and also federal laws and rules, because they do tend to change. So just keep up to date with them. Stay on top of the 2A news. But yeah, shotguns. I'm not going to go super in depth on shotguns, but it is an important gun to have. So either a semi-auto if you're balling. If you're balling on a budget, you can get a pump shotgun. Good ones are, well, they're pretty much, like I said, pretty much all reliable, but Remington 870, Mossberg 500, Mossberg 590, even just a cheap, you can get like a almost $200 shotgun at Walmart, depending on where you live, obviously, but pump shotgun, 12 gauge, perfect for home defense scenario. Just the sheer sound of this in the middle of the night should be enough to ward off anybody trying to do harm to you. And if they don't, well, you better be able to back it up. So next on the table, this is option number 3 for the top 5 guns. Honestly, a .22 rifle is going to be perfect for a lot of things. Training, in particular, if you're a new gun owner, you're inexperienced, maybe you got kids, a .22 rifle is going to be perfect. This is a Ruger 1022. It has a detachable magazine. You can also get 25 round mags from Ruger. Semi-automatic. They're all clear, by the way. So you can throw a scope on. It has a rail that it comes with. Throw a scope on it. Maybe a small red dot. It also has the factory iron sights. It's super lightweight. So this would be good for just general getting used to firearm mechanics. Easy safety. Obviously, for all guns, everything's going to be in different spots. But generally, just like learning how to shoulder a gun, learning how to aim with the iron sights, it's going to be pretty much similar for a lot of stuff. It's cheap to shoot, honestly. Like, you can buy 500 rounds for maybe 30 bucks now. It used to be cheaper. It used to be about 20 bucks, but good Ruger 1022, you almost can't go wrong with it. We also have, this is my very first rifle. This is a Savage Springfield Model 187N. It's a little bit heavier than the 1022. It's got a longer barrel. It's tube fed, so you pull this tube out here, and then you load, kind of like a old Western lever gun or something like that. So you just, and a lot of 22s are like this. If you're a new gun owner or something, maybe you don't know. So that's kind of why I'm explaining it. But you load the rounds in here. You close your tube back up, and then this is semi-automatic as well, so we are clear, by the way. But this is a good option, 15 rounds. The only reason I like the 1022 is because it takes less time to reload. So you have just a detachable magazine. You carry a few of these, maybe even some of the bigger ones. Take it out, throw it in, and you're good to go. So a .22 rifle is going to be good for a few things. Like I said, if you got kids or something, you want to train them on something with no recoil. It's not overly loud, and it's just cheap to shoot. So you can squirrel hunt with these. You can do a lot of stuff with a .22. So .22 rifle is a good third option. Now we're going to get into probably the most controversial, I think you guys already know, so I like the way Eyes and Ears Tactical described this in his video. He called it America's Rifle, which is kind of suitable, the AR-15. Alright, so we have a few ARs on the table here. I'm going to start with probably the most basic. This is a Colt M4A1, just a standard, pretty much a reproduction of what the military uses. So we just have flip-up iron sights in the rear and then a pinned gas block / front sight. We also have a bayonet lug, standard flash hider, 16-inch barrel, collapsible stock. This thing's super lightweight. I probably should have... Let me move this out of the way. We got a couple options here. So the AR-15 is probably one of the most popular rifles in America. The AR platform in itself is so modular, customizable, so you could get something basic like this. We just have regular iron sights, no red dot or anything. We have just a regular buttstock. You can also get different uppers, so the upper and the lower are pinned together. YouTube, this is standard disassembly for cleaning and maintenance. So you can buy the lower. This is actually what's considered the gun. This is the serialized part. You buy this part at the gun store. You can then, depending on where you live, I think some places don't ship to certain states, but the upper is what houses the barrel and the bolt carrier group. That you can buy online. The only thing you cannot buy online and have shipped straight to your house is the lower. That houses the trigger and the safety and all that. So super modular. You can almost buy one lower and a bunch of different uppers. On this one we have a red dot. We also have backup sights. We have a flashlight. So a lot of this is clear, by the way. We also have a vertical grip. So a lot of customization in the AR platform. It's almost infinitely customizable. So just a standard, this is a 16-inch also. We just have a longer handguard. 16-inch AR is a good start for anybody wanting to get into an AR. We also have, running out of room here. We also have, this is my SPR build, so a special purpose rifle. It's a 20-inch barrel. See if you guys can see that. 20 inches, super long barrel. Very high power scope on here. Super accurate. I have a bipod, a sling. Always recommend having a sling. We have a different stock. So this is a PRS, precision rifle stock for Magpul. It's got the adjustable cheek riser and stuff like that. So I also did a custom paint job on it. So ARs are definitely probably one of the most customizable guns. You can make it your own. You can get attachments that fit you better. You can throw on a bipod, a grip, a scope, a red dot, literally almost anything you want. There's hundreds of different companies that make parts for these things, so find something you like. So generally, the AR is super customizable, super modular. Definitely, you should own at least one. If you only had one lower, you could literally buy any upper you want. Now, I will say this. If you're buying, because I didn't discuss AR pistols yet, if you're buying an AR, I would almost recommend buying an AR pistol first and then going the route of adding a longer barrel onto it, like a 16-inch or a 20-inch or whatever, because you can turn a pistol into a rifle, but you can't take a rifle and turn it into a pistol, if that makes sense. So just keep updated with your laws, guys. It's a little tricky out there. So like, if I took this is a factory gun. If I took this, pulled the stock off, put a pistol brace on, and threw on a short-barreled upper, something like a 10-inch barrel or whatever, it really wouldn't be legal because this was a rifle first. Now, if I bought this as a pistol, I could just throw on a 16-inch barrel. So it's tricky. You definitely need to keep updated with all your laws. I'm not really going to get into the gun law side of things, so I just kind of wanted to mention that. I'm not trying to tell anybody to do anything that would be illegal. So I'm just saying, if you buy an AR lower, if you buy an AR pistol, you're fine to throw on a longer barrel. But if you buy a rifle from the factory, don't turn it into an AR pistol, or you might get in trouble. So we'll keep it at that. AR-15, great option to have, super customizable. 5.56 ammo's really cheap nowadays. Cheaper than it was anyway. It's still not as cheap as it used to be back then, but can't really go wrong with the 5.56. Now, honorable mention, the AR-10. It shoots a 308 generally. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier, but standard shooting, practicing, stuff like that with an AR, it's going to be fine. Really, I wouldn't recommend using an AR for home defense, especially if you have neighbors, because these rounds, these 5.56 rounds, are going super fast. They're super light. They're going to punch through drywall. You guys can look up videos. These rounds will go through multiple layers of drywall with no problem. So we'll put this up. We'll move on to the last category. So my options for the last gun. And Eisener's Tactical decided to do a bolt-action rifle. And I almost picked that. I didn't want it to just be a cookie-cutter video. I kind of want to do something different. My fifth category is either a PCC, which is a pistol caliber carbine. So something that is like an AR type deal, but it shoots a pistol round. So this is a 9mm AR, super light, super accurate. We also have, this is also, I kind of wanted to title this category Fun Guns. So not necessarily something you need for home defense or self-defense or anything like that, but not saying that these wouldn't be a good option, because they definitely would. So a fun gun you can take out to the range, have some fun with. Maybe you want it because it looks cool. That's kind of why I got the Vector. But yeah, this is the Chris Vector. I'm sure if you guys play video games, you know what this is. Yeah, we have a folding brace on the back. We have the red dot up front, and I have a bunch of videos explaining why I did it that way, if you guys want to check those out. But yeah, the Chris Vector, I've always wanted one, so there's nothing wrong with getting a gun that you just want just to have. AR-9 would also be a good option. We have a folding brace on here. You can throw this in a bag, maybe put it under your seat in your truck or something, I don't know. Just have it ready to deploy. 9mm, so it's going to be light recoiling. Ammo is going to be cheaper than 5.56. If you want to maybe trade your AR-15 for an AR-9, I would consider having both though. We have a red dot, we have flip-up sights, angled grip here. So a pretty cool option for a fun gun, a PCC, something like that. So I think that's about it with my top 5 firearms that every American should own. Definitely do your own research on guns that you want to buy. Let's say if you're a first-time gun buyer, you've never owned a gun before, you've never shot a gun before, definitely I would recommend a pistol, something small, smaller than this, honestly, especially if you're a smaller framed person. Glock 43, a little bit small for me. A Glock 43X is going to be a little bit bigger. It's going to have a little bit longer grip anyway. This is honestly a good option too, the Sig P365. It's nice and small and compact. Shouldn't have any problem shooting this. For home defense, pistol's going to be fine. If you're a bigger build person, you can handle the recoil of a shotgun. Definitely consider a shotgun. So if you're wanting to get into target practice and stuff like that, you don't want to spend a bunch of money on ammo, get a 22. That's going to be good to train with, train your kids, train your family with. AR-15, if you are, I think honestly everybody should own an AR-15 as long as you have the proper training, and that's why the 22 goes ahead of the AR. You have to be trained with guns before you can get into something like an AR. And then the fun gun. So if you're experienced enough, you want to just something you can have fun with, or something like a pistol caliber carbine, just throw some 9mm in it. This one takes Glock mags, so I can take the Glock mag, throw it in there, and then it's the same mag for my pistols. So that's why I like that. Also, the Vector takes Glock mags too. I forgot to mention that. Pretty much you can make your own decisions. I wasn't trying to say you should have this exact gun. It's just a general of what I have, what I would recommend to people is something reliable like a Glock, something reliable like a pump shotgun, something small like a 22, something you can train easily with. An AR-15 once you get a little more experienced, and then finally, after you get experience enough, you want to have some fun, maybe buy something you've always wanted, something you thought looked cool, get yourself a fun gun. So that's going to be it, guys. Hope you liked the video. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too much. Bear with me as I moved rooms for filming, so this is kind of temporary. It's going to be probably a while though, but check out my website, 2aninja.com. Pick yourself up a nice patch, a nice sticker. We have affiliate links on the website, so check out any of those companies. So if you already shop at any of those companies, or if you want to try a different company out, check out those links. It just helps me. It supports the channel. I get a commission based on the sale. So if you guys would do that, it'd be greatly appreciated. Especially if you already regularly shop at those places. It's just one extra step. Go through my website and then go to the website of your choosing. Really helps out the channel, guys. 2aninja.com. Call outs. Should I do call outs? I already know a few people that are already doing these videos, so I'm not going to call anyone out specifically, but so if you want to do your top 5 must-have firearms, just use the hashtag 5 must-have guns. So that's the hashtag that we're using. Eyes and Ears Tactical started this trend. Check out his video. Check out the hashtag 5 must-have guns. Hopefully all the videos that people make will just be under that hashtag. It'll be easier to see them all. Let me know what you think of my recommendations. What would you choose for your top 5 must-have guns? That's going to be it, guys. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, smash that like button, and we'll see you guys in the next one.